So I have already talked about this. We bring contextual translation of Lol songs from Kashmiri poets in chronological order. We chose chronological order because we did not want to favor one or this thing. So chronologically you are safe. That was it. Lal Ded, followed by Nundresh, Haba Khatun, Arnimal. So they all right up to Samad Mir. And we also chose one of the living poets, last of all, because all this mysticism, all this reaching God, understanding yourself and all that, he had written a poem that Gashuk Agur Gati Pyao Kya Tha, that was sung by Ghulam Muhammad Sufi. So when I heard that, I was crying because all this book was almost ready and I was saying that all this we are doing, मैंने तो ये बेचारा बोल रहा है कि यार sorry बाको इस डल में से. So that we said I will put it there. People objected and ये तो इस genre के साथ fit नहीं होता. मैंने कहा इस genre के साथ fit हो रहा है इसलिए कि because ये जो रो रहा है ये सबका रोना है हमारा. I mean academics में जो होंगे यहाँ वो तो ठीक है, वो तो उनका तो profession है. मेरा तो profession और ही कुछ था. I was as an engineering manager. So best point.
Name of the poet.
Book Lol.
Name of the poet.
Name of the
last
poet. जिसकी बात करें. Sufi.
That is Sri Krishna Ban.
Thank you.
He writes funny things also, but this was one in which he wrote. I have given you this thing. So Kashmir's intellectual history is marked by extraordinary confluence of religious and philosophical traditions, most notably Kashmiri Shaivism, Buddhism and Sufi Islam. This has been, it's not even been mentioned because this has been, a lot has been talked about it. The other aspect which was very important was, an important aspect of these poets was process of vernacularization, because that like Kashmiri language में आम आदमी जो बात करता है वो है. हालांकि उनके words different थे, depth बहुत different थी, but it was a vernacular thing which made it popular and sustained. And they got written, and I'm sure all of you know, they got written about 152 years, 200 years, and that too in Persian, that they got written about, and up to here everything is available. And the environment that Sufi personate network found that advent of Islam in Kashmir was mainly Hindu dominated and perhaps steeped with ritualistic religiosity as far as matters of faith are concerned. The mainframe religion, Hinduism, Kashmir religion variety would have been in a very esoteric format, and perhaps with known only to the elites. So we chose these poets. So I had thought of speaking on Laldet, but there were a lot of other people who have spoken. With a broader framework given by Kashmir History Foundation on songs of liberation in Kashmiri literary and spiritual history, the inclusion of, I have included, because I had to talk about two poets. Once Laldet was taken out, I brought in Zindakol, Masterji. Literally, the inclusion of Zindakol requires a shift in emphasis from medieval idioms of mystic utterance to a modern reflective articulation of inner freedom. While he does not belong to the historical Rishi order, Kaul's work may be meaningfully situated within the same ethical and philosophical continuum that begins with Laleshwari and finds social expression in Sheikh Nuruddin Wali. His poetry and prose extends this tradition into the intellectual climate of 20th century, where the question of liberation becomes intertwined with modernity and self-consciousness. Then, I'm giving about Zindakol. Now, I'll take few walks, this thing, because time is very less. And now reading my own writings in Kashmiri is going to be, I mean, I'm going to surely hear some laughs also, but doesn't matter. I will read it aside. Aden paralobum zogum. Chum to logum pahalwan. Chandun sitteth arkhol sugum. Markhor patalugum shaitan. Dah birds richib. Suit kahnulugum. So this is one of his set where we write and take the word meanings. What is logun? What does he refer to logun? What does zogun means? What does it? So that we have written. In my now I'm just translating alliteration is in my younger days I kept vigil on outside walls which were not pertaining to. I experienced achievement and behaved like a hero. I cut the sandalwood tree and nurtured the urkhole insect. The wild mountain goats followed me like the devil. I nurtured 10 families who did not join me in this journey. Once I realized that I was on the wrong path, I killed myself, which is the ego part of it. Spiritual journey of it is, we have given the transliteration, we have given the meaning, and then we are giving context and meaning, which was debated because both of us were not poets. So what we said for for reading something, like, the spiritual journey for a seeker is nurtured by looking inside oneself and not focusing on external elements. In youth, with the knowledge and with experience and guidance, the seeker started looking outside. He pretended to have attained the goal and went about an inflated ego made wrong choices, nurturing things that did not add value, but instead only distracted him from his true path. He realized the path of spiritual journey inwards and had to be taken alone. Even relations that he invested in were not ready to join him in this journey. Once he realized the inefficacy of his approach, he started looking inwards by first controlling his ego. This verse questions the regular ties that connect us to physical world and pushes the seeker to see what's truly essential to succeed on the path of spirituality. So there are many things which I have to skip because you know the gentleman behind my back. I will just read a few Khodachi akui, nav shiz lacha, zikriros tashmo, gachamo, wumbur vendo, akui pacha, rizkuros machamo. God is one with 100,000 different names. Without his mention, even a blade of grass does not exist. Consider life as short as a fortnight. Even a fly can't find sustenance without him. For Zindakolji, I had chosen the famous point Sumiran, which also looks like Sumiran. Sumiran Pannui Disenam. Premuk Nishana Vesiye. I want to permission. I agree with you. It's no problem. Rotsrun Togum na Rovum Osum na Bana Vesiye. So this is the first two lines are almost repeated. This thing of a person who was seeking and got on a wrong path, was seeking something which was not the correct thing. Something else had to be done. Right? I think he started moving before he punches me. I should close this. And since no, not at all. So this book, one of my purposes coming here is to push my publisher. So the book is here. This is this thing which we can. Thank you very much. I thank.
Not a regular question.
Yeah.
I said I'm very impressed that even though your book cost so much, the first print is sold out.
Yeah.
Is it really sold out?
That is what my publisher tells me. I don't know what. And now I will name the publisher Gulshan Books. So you will understand.
I know.
Royalty will be
I
okay. Royalty will be okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.